Nowadays, so many people trying to convince you that you have to buy expensive promised filter to get that cinematic feel. But what if I told you that you could achieve that effect just for free? Actually, you are watching the image sample right now, so let's find out how to do it. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since my last episode, but I had that feeling that I need to share this with you. This technique will make your footage look less digital and it's totally free. You don't even need any tools to make it. For unfamiliar people, I probably should explain what are the promised filter at the first place. They are diffusing the light entering the lens by a tiny bubble or some granular optical thing. This causes some aberration that make highlights softer and reduce overall contrast of the image. For people that's starting a filmmaking journey, that $80 to $100 price point for only one filter could be too much. So that's why trying this hack at first might be a good idea. And before we start, I have to put short disclaimer here. It's not a professional method, obviously it's always some risk that you can damage your lens, so be aware of that. And before you drop a comment like, this will damage your lens, don't do it, just stop, everyone knows this already. Okay, to use that method I recommend using some cheap vintage lenses, for example like this Helios 44. This lens costs you only about $25. You can also use something similar. Obviously, I will use some more expensive lenses just for the sake of this video. To get that characteristic promised look, you don't have to buy anything. I was really surprised by accidentally developed this because it's quite a funny story. I bought a new lens a few weeks ago, which was the day before a specific project, and during the shot the image looked very soft. It looked exactly like if I put some diffusion filter. I've checked my front glass and it was fine, but I forgot to check the back of the lens. Because from the day one I've ever picked a camera, I never touched the rear glass, even by accident, that's why I would never suppose that this might be the case. The following day I found out that this promised effect was caused by the massive fingerprint from the previous owner. And it was kinda shock for me, but the footage was usable, so that didn't piss me off. I immediately decided to reconstruct that method with my other lenses, and surprisingly it worked pretty well. You can see a few samples right now that show the image's glow effect and overall softness. I have also compared the original promise to the hack missed one, and it looked very similar. I was quite like it because it seems to be so neutral. Some companies try to convince you that the yellow color cast of the promised filter is one of the feature. In my opinion, it's not. I wouldn't say I like any color cast of the filtration effect. That's why the fingerprint method sometimes it's even better for my taste. There is only one problem with comparing that hack missed one to the original promised. It's really tough to get exactly the same amount of diffusion on both filters. If you have too much oil on your finger, you can end up like that. And it looks like very strong promised. You have to dose this correctly to get something similar to 1/8 or 1/4 strength. That's exactly why this is not a professional method. It's just unrepeatable, but if you forgot your filter on set or just want to try this effect, you can experiment with this method and get quite interesting results. That was simple, right? So make sure that you don't damage your lens by using this hack miss thing, and feel free to make fun of it. If you like this episode, just hit the like button, and if you're not, that other one seems to work just fine. That's all for today, and see you at the next episode.